There was no other option. I had to go to the gas station and fill the gas. I paid the gas with the money I earned from the casino, and I realized I could go to the casino and make up for the money I spent on the gas. I bought a pointless lottery ticket at the gas station to dream about the $70 million and headed to the casino. It was my first time at the casino in the morning. The building without the light was not as beautiful as the nighttime. I could see everyone in the parking lot. Probably I had a narrow perspective, but the people I saw at the casino were excited. Old people were coming out with laughter and young guys shouted out their joy. I couldn't understand why my friends were scared to come to the casino. This time, I played a little bit different blackjack. It was a blackjack with a minigame. If I bet the $5 on the tiny circle, then I had a chance to win the jackpot. Like a slot machine. I bought in and started the game by myself on the table. I didn't have a good feeling playing alone with the dealer.
How are you, sir?
It's a good day, but you can always make me happier. Dealer laughed. It was the first time I was playing a game with a friendly dealer. The game started with a good sign. I got good cards, and there was no surprise. The pace of the game was much faster than when I was playing with a group of people. All my focus was spirally drained into the cards. I couldn't see anything else other than the 2 cards on my table. Once I doubled the money, I started to play the mini-games. If I got the 3 sevens in the same pair, I could win the jackpot, which was around $243,000. Once the waiter came for the free drinks, I asked them if they had beer or not. The waiter said they had beers, and he brought the beer to me. I paid for it with the chips, including the tip. It was my first time playing games and drinking. As much as I get tipsier, I realized I was betting more emotionally. There was no rationality in the bet. I forgot about counting cards. The pace of the game was too fast, and it was hard for me to catch up with all the numbers. I didn't know why, but I felt like I was riding a roller coaster. My heart felt like it stopped once I lost a $100 bet, but it beat it harder once I gained back a doubled amount of money. It made my head more dizzy and hazy with the tipsiness. After a few emotional rides, I felt like I lost all the emotions. 1 chip didn't make me feel excited anymore, and losing 1 chip was nothing. I only got greedy and wanted to win the jackpot on the blackjack table. There were no more calculations or memorizing cards anymore. People always told me, imagine what I really wanted, then it will come true. Self-hypnosis could make everything possible, and I believed I would hit 1 jackpot at least today. The day was just incredibly good for me. When Heart 7 came out, I was excited. It was my first time winning a mini-game at the blackjack table. I prayed and looked at the dealer. Dealer laughed, and the next card was another Heart 7. I looked at the jackpot board and prayed to the God that I never believed in. Dealer opened the card, and it was Clover 7. "Oh yes, yes," I shouted out loud. It wasn't as big as the jackpot on the board, but it was a solid $1,000. Dealer said, "Congratulations, sir," and I saw his genuinity through his eyes. Is this luck just came to me because I showed kindness to people? Is karma real? I felt blessed, and this blessing feeling was stronger than any other pleasure ever I felt in my life. It was more thrilling than the first kiss. It was the first time I got the yellow chip in my hand. It was written as $1,000, and I couldn't believe it. I made my 2 weeks of paycheck in a day. After the game, I tipped the dealer with 1 green chip and colored in my chips. I left the table as soon as I could. I took a picture of the chips. It was about $1,700 on my hand, and I posted it on social media. I wanted to show my friends what they were missing. I cashed out and went back to the car and checked my phone. My friends messaged me once they saw my pictures.
Hey, Ed, congrats.
Are you going to have a nice dinner tonight? Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I smirked and asked them, "What are you guys up to tonight? Want to go for dinner?"
I'm not doing anything, but lately when you go outside for dinner, it's crazy expensive. After a beer and a meal, it's over $50, including tips.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to save some money for my first car. I can't spend much money.
I knew these guys had nothing to do but just didn't want to spend any money outside. I never knew how cheap they were. Guys, I won the game. I will get you guys. Let's go. Haven't seen you guys for so long. I waited a few minutes before I drove. I knew these guys would respond in a few minutes.
Yes, let's do it. Where do we meet?
Can you pick me up?
Of course. Today is a good day. I will see you guys soon. I will be there in 30 minutes. David, can you be at John's place within 30 minutes?
Of course. I will see you soon.
I smiled and drove to John's place. I've known them for a few years. They were my high school friends. The friendship between them and I was more competitive. I was into cooking because of the cooking show I was watching. David and John studied accounting because they just wanted the job. They didn't have a dream like me, but they made more than what I did. Probably that was why I lost all the passion and interest in my dream. "Hey guys, get in." David and John got into the car hurriedly and said,
Look at you. You have a car and hit a jackpot. Your life is rolling.
Your man, I missed you. But lately we were just busy with work. Life is tough.
"Don't worry, brothers. I understand. That's why I started to play some games and make some extra hustle. You can't live with one job nowadays."
John and I feel lucky because we live with our parents. Living alone is now a flex nowadays.
Where are we going, by the way?
Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. We are going for the chicken wings and the beer. We reached the bar, and we ordered chicken wings in 3 different flavors and a pitcher of beer. We cheered, and David talked after he had a sip of a beer that emptied half of his glass.
So, Ed, how much did you win in the casino?
"Oh, I think in 2 weeks I made about $2,000. John giggled and asked,
Haha, how much did you lose?
"No, I didn't lose anything. The pure profit was $2,000.
Oh, wow. You can just make money out of gambling, like professional gamblers.
"No way. Gambling is gambling. I don't want to bet my life or career." David finished his glass of beer and poured beer into his glass again. He picked up a potato chip and said,
You know the famous delivery company owner? He was about to fail his business, so he went to the casino and he made 5 times more money from his life savings, and that's how he launched his business. People are now making money out of gaming. There are professional gamers, and of course there are professional gamblers. Didn't you watch a movie where you make money in the casino by playing blackjack? It is possible.
John shook his head and said,
Hey, David, don't give him bad advice.
John refreshed his throat with a sip of beer and continued,
Ed, gambling is addictive and risky. You don't want to be a professional gambler. You used to have a dream. What happened to that? If you make money, then save up and open up a restaurant that you always dreamt of. If you want to gamble, then run a business. It's your hard work and you will get paid back. It's different between investment and gambling.
John's advice was more realistic and rational, but I was more tempted by David's advice. I have seen and experienced how fast and quickly I could make money from the casino. The first impression of the casino was from Demian. If I could play smart enough, then I could make more money than John or David. Demian made almost 3 months of my wage and stepped out. It could be more than 2 months of wage that David or John were making. I liked the games there. Blackjack was thrilling, and I was enjoying the food and the beer from the money that I earned from the casino. The beer was as sweet as cider, and the chicken wings were just fabulous. It tasted much sweeter than any other time. It was my money. I earned it by risking the danger. It is just like running a business. Once we finished all the meals, there was nothing serious on the table. It was all about complaints at work. We all had pain from the labor, and we cleared all the bitterness off with the beers and nice dinner. I dropped off John first at his home, and on the way to David's home, he said,
Thank you, Ed. I had a nice meal. I'm actually impressed with your earning from the casino. You know, I always admired life like you. Not restricted to others, do whatever you can to survive. Like Imprutu. Honestly. I think you have talent and luck. You could achieve whatever you want. I'm just scared to risk anything in my life. I'm not a brave person like you. Today, I do respect you.
David hugged me and said,
I wish you luck. Get home safe.
I earned respect with the money. It was the day I realized. I was addicted to money,